This is James and Michelle, and we have our dog Bailey, and we came to Nelson for some help with Bailey's behavior.
We were mostly focused on help with leash training. He was pulling quite a bit, and also his kind of anxiety and excitement level in greeting people when we were playing. He would get overly excited, and those sort of basic issues.
Overly excited meaning, like, what would he do exactly?
So when people would come through the door, there was a lot of barking, and he has a very loud bark, so it made it difficult to talk to people. And he wouldn't calm down. It took him a long time to calm down. And occasionally he would run at them and headbutt them in the knee or leg. That would make people who didn't like dogs nervous.
Gotcha, okay. Okay. What was he like in general before training? Well, like as a dog, as a personality, what was issues, frustrations?
So he was a good family dog with people he was very familiar with. He could handle himself and behave well, and it was just when the situation changed a lot. So when we were walking with new smells, he'd be pulling a lot. When people would come through the door, the barking, and just being very crazy, but not in an aggressive way, but just anxious.
Otherwise, he was a really good dog. Once we were all in the house and fine, it was calm, which made it seem like it was tolerable. But then we would have these moments where it was really, really frustrating, and it made it hard for me personally to develop an attachment to him. I was really struggling with liking him. I liked him at these moments, but we would have like at least, once every other day, this situation would arise that would make me really dislike having a dog. And I was on the verge of not wanting him around anymore.
Nice. Well, how'd you guys feel during the training, our in-home sessions?
So the sessions have been great. From the very first session, his leash walking improved immensely, and Michelle could take him back for walks again and not struggle with him pulling or being aggressive or barking or reactive to other dogs. And from then on, it just got a lot better as well.
I think the biggest thing was there was a really clear line of communication. So we were also struggling for the two of us as to how to approach the problems. And having somebody to come in and mediate and give really clear guidelines helped us not have that stress between the two of us, and then gave us a really consistent way and method of dealing with Bailey so that he didn't get confused either. And as he didn't get confused and his behavior improved, my anxiety, my frustration, my husband's anxiety, his frustration would decrease, and the improvements were really rapid. I was nervous about the prong collar, to be very honest. Yep. But once I saw how it was utilized and how gentle the corrections actually needed to be with it, and I also noticed that because we used the equipment correctly from the very beginning, it didn't take much. It was very quick that he figured out that when we put on this equipment, he had a different mindset and a different behavior pattern, and I've noticed it start to transfer over to regular collars, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to transition.
Yeah. Awesome. Did you guys try any other training before this, prior?
We did home training. We'd taken advice from, I have a couple of, my aunt trains dogs for the ring, and I have a friend who trains dogs, and so we'd kind of done informal and knew quite a bit about the philosophy, but I think because we didn't have real clear guidance, the consistency was an issue. Yeah,
it was more like when we did our own training, and he improved a lot from when we first got him.
When we first got him, he
was a rescue, so
it was really hard.
He was kind of very crazy at the start, but then when we did our own in-home training, he improved a lot, but we kind of just plateaued. We just didn't know what the right way to continue helping him get better and better and better, and I think that's where Nelson's really helped us.
Awesome, nice. What was probably the best thing you guys got out of the training? At least one.
I think consistency has probably been the best. Like us both being on the same page about what to do regarding his behaviour, and not us kind of debating on what the best approach is. Now we just say, well, Nelson told us this is what we're going to do, rather than us having to try and reason it reason about it and try and say, oh, I think method A versus method B is going to be better. It's just trusting someone else to tell us what the best approach is.
And I think so the supportiveness of having you come and having Nelson come and spend the time explaining what he did during the day, and then being able to reflect things that I was concerned about or James was concerned about, or as we saw him change what we were anticipating might happen or what we thought might happen with ourselves, being able to run those situations through and kind of problem solve before they became problems and before the behavior backslid. That was really beneficial. But I think overall the biggest behavioral thing is being able to take the dog on a walk. Like, he needed it, I needed it, James needed it, and being able to overstep that behavioral issue so that we could all get what we wanted out of the situation, huge.
Awesome. Any final thoughts? Any final comments?
So glad. so glad we did it. I was a little bit hesitant because I felt like we'd done so well, and we had really from the time that we got this dog. He hadn't been socialized, and so he didn't know how to be around people or dogs, and we were nervous. We didn't know. We really weren't sure what to expect out of him as far as safety and as far as his ability to attach to us. But I'm so glad that we took this step so that now I think we can really enjoy him.
Yeah, we can enjoy him out of the house as well as in the house.
And with other people in the house, which is, we like having people over. It's nice. It's a nice thing to bring people in your house.
Awesome, that's great. We show the Bailey. Look at him, just knocked out. He knows we're talking about him.
It's Bailey in place.
Awesome, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.